just want what you are.
All right, you're very welcome. Thanks for joining us. We're here now with an absolute legend in entertainment in Nigeria, someone who's been part of the Nollywood industry and even beyond that for so many years and still continues to be super relevant and great at what he does. One of my favorite people in Nollywood. The first person I actually got starstruck meeting. Jide Kosoko, thanks for being here today. You're very welcome, sir. The very first time I saw you, you don't remember this, but I saw you and I ran away like 4 times. It was about 2007.
Oh,
and I couldn't come and say hi to you. It was, yeah, about 10 years ago. Yes. And it's nice having you. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you so much.
Independence Day today. You were alive when Nigeria got independence, right?
Yes, of course.
Any memories from that day? Or you were too young to remember?
Of course, too young to remember, but I was in school. I've started primary school.
Yeah.
I remember we were given flags and we have to stand on the road to, things like that.
Yeah. Looking at that day now and the years that have succeeded it, and today, how do you see the way Nigeria is right now?
Of course, development continues, no doubt about that. But even though then we had more peace than what is happening now, and of course we cannot really compare.
Yeah.
Because in those, how many of us are here? I mean, what is the population of Nigeria?
Way fewer people.
So we cannot really compare, but there have been tremendous change one way or the other, either positive or negative.
What are you proudest of as a Nigerian?
Well, I continue to be a very happy Nigerian because by our standard, we are intelligent. We are smart, even though we are not using it for the development of the country, as far as I'm concerned. But at least one is happy to belong to the largest, I mean, the most populous country in Africa, or West Africa, so to say.
We need to start using that power more.
Of course, yes, we need to.
Yeah. I was hoping you'd say that you're proudest of your entertainment career.
Oh, definitely, yes. I'm sorry. Thank you for leading me. I am really proud of an industry I participated in pioneering.
Yes.
And that we have come this far.
Yeah.
So
how long have you been an actor for?
Well, I started precisely in 1964, as a child actor. And that was my first...
1964?
Yeah, and that was my first...
53 years ago?
Yes, exactly.
Wow.
And that was my very first appearance on television and stage performances on a professional setting.
How was it with your family then? Because, I mean, you still find, especially, let me say 15, 20 years ago, it wasn't very easy to see a child go to his parents and say, okay, I want to be an actor. Was it different back then?
Not at all. Well, back then it was even worse.
So how did you do
No
it?
family, no parent will ever want their child to come to this kind of thing. Especially my father would tell me, Jide, you are a royal prince of Lagos. You should not be entertaining people. I mean, people should come and entertain you. Then my mother was a bit on the aggressive side. She doesn't take it easy with me at all. But all the same, I was able to maneuver.
So what was it about acting that attracted you so early?
Thank you so much. I had this man, he's dead now. It's Dele Twimbo. He's one of our tenants. I never knew he was a member of a theater group, a traveling theater group. So, but when I eventually knew, I invited him to my school, primary school then, where he taught us some things on our entertainment day. And so when they wanted to have this production, Taituma Kojuola, in their group, he thought of me. There's a lead character, though a child, that they needed. And he fetched for me. And I went there. They did, we were about 10 children on that day. And then they did some sort of audition. And they picked me. I was so happy. In fact, it was like a dream come true.
Yeah.
So I guided those periods so much that I hid the whole thing from my parents to ensure I meet up with the program.
So that they don't tell you to stop going.
And that was the beginning, actually.
Wow.
I remember that day when we returned from the television station at Babish. You know, already they were transmitting. And as soon as I got down from the bus stop, I saw people, you know, in those days, very few people had this television. So, but you are free to watch through the windows of
your
anybody.
neighbor.
So people were gathering, watching. I never knew they were watching me. They just finished the program when I dropped at the bus stop. And when they saw me, they started hailing me. I was moving like a hero back home. Never knew that my mother
watched it as well.
They have laid ambushed. So I got the best beating of my life that day. And, but to God be the glory. I continue to convince them that I would try as much as possible not to let it affect whatever I am doing educationally.
Yeah.
So, but here
it must have been, I mean, like, I see it definitely was a very brave decision to make. I mean, right now, Nollywood is booming, so people actually have careers and make good money from being actors. Back then, how was it? At least, I think Nollywood is about 20-something years old, so you're even older than Nollywood.
Don't talk about Nollywood.
Before then...
Don't talk about Nollywood. Okay. It's 20-something years. Don't say
20-something. With the name Nollywood is what I'm talking about.
For those who believe, if we are talking about the film industry
of course,
in
film
Nigeria, it is not Nollywood. Then we shouldn't call it Nollywood.
So you don't agree with the name Nollywood?
No. Well, what do we have to do? We agree with it, but the argument still within that from where are we starting the history of Nollywood? That's a different thing entirely. But to your question.
Yes. Before the birth of home videos, let me use that instead. In the early 90s, I think it was 92, 93, when the home video industry started booming, and money became more in the industry. How was it coping as an actor then? Were you doing other things? Was acting your sole?
We were acting. Honestly,
there was more stage and TV at the time.
Everything. We were doing all that together, and it was a very strong decision to make then, because the sacrifice was huge. Purely,
you had to be passionate about it. Yeah.
Purely on passion, and we were doing it. We did it, not even thinking that we are building an industry, but we thought we were doing what we like to do most. But most of our leaders are already in the traveling theater then, and so we go with them to some of these places. We were not expecting money though; they were. But eventually, I got to realize at a point that this is going to be a very big industry, especially when I started mixing with the corp producers, the professionals, the likes of Baba Hubert Ogunde, Kola Ogumola, Drew Ladipo, and others. We started to realize, in fact, most of our meetings then at the association level is like a workshop where they continue to tell us, hey, look, you've got to do it right. This is it, this is that.
Does that still happen now?
We messed it up. The truth is that we didn't guide the industry properly. We left it open. We were too happy getting people
into it.
Without
structure.
Like we said earlier, in those days, parents don't want their child or children inside this kind of a thing. But when they started coming, when a lawyer will now come and say, please, we want you to train our son, then we started believing that, we are winning. Is that it? So we opened the door, and a lot of people were coming in, untrained. That is where the problem started. Yeah. So what I continue to tell people now is, you need to be trained, either through an existing theater company or film company or anything, or school. You need to be trained. So when you get in, you know what we are talking about. Getting popularity may come as luck at times, but the truth is, if you are not trained, you will fall along.
Yeah. So training is still very key.
It's key.